Hello and welcome to the Marie Diamond Show, where we explore the energy aspects of the law of attraction and discover how to create a life of abundance, purpose, love, and joy. I am Marie Diamond, one of the world's top transformation leaders, speakers, and best-selling authors. And you also know me as a Feng Shui master in the hit movie and bestseller, The Secret. It is my pleasure and joy to guide you on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Every week, we will delve together into the principles of the law of attraction and Feng Shui. We will discover how to harness the power of your thoughts, beliefs, and intentions to create a harmonious balance in your life. So you're ready to elevate your understanding of the law of attraction and Feng Shui and to unlock the full potential of your life, then you have come to the right place. Join me on this journey of spiritual growth and self-empowerment. The Marie Diamond Show, your path to a life of abundance, purpose, love, and joy. Shift your energy and transform your life. Let's get started. Today, I'm going to share with you how Feng Shui can affect your romance. This is definitely one of the topics that people ask me the most about help. I was just telling the story earlier about one of my high-end clients, and her name is Jerry Hall. She is the ex of Mick Jagger, and she has created a career amazingly as a model. So I remember she called me and said, I would love for you to help me with romance. It was just after her letting go of her relationship with Mick Jagger. And so I came into her house, and she had this most beautiful artwork out, all of her laying down with her beautiful, long, curvy, blonde hair. And I was like, okay. And every place I looked was a beautiful, beautiful painting of her. I mean, she's a muse, so artists want to paint her. And I was like, okay, in the living room, I can still handle with that. But I go to her bedroom, where she and Mick, of course, had lived together. And there above the headboard is a beautiful painting of her, totally nude. Yeah. And I'm like, wow. I said, there's only one person that can be in this bed. It's you. And she's like, oh my God, really? And then from downstairs all the way up to her bedroom were these beautiful 18th, 19th century images of women of Paris with a little umbrella, very nice, coquette, right? And they were on both sides of the staircase. And I said, wow, there was a lot of inspiration, but they're all single women. And there were about 30 of these images. And then once you come upstairs, it is her, invited. It's her inviting the man coming to her bedroom. And I was like, well, she said, this is interesting. Well, I said to her, oh, this is interesting. And she said, oh, what is more interesting is that Mick did hang all these images up himself. And I said, it's not a good thing. You're actually talking all the time to your subconscious saying, I'm single, I'm single, I'm single, I'm okay to be single, it's okay to be single, it's okay to be alone by myself in the bed. So she took that all the way up. She took that out right away. And within a few weeks, she told me that men that have been pushing her a little bit away, that suddenly called her for dates. So she was super happy. And this is one of the first things I always see with romance. When people are single, there are some Feng Shui items that do not work for them. First of all, avoid single images. I have sometimes been in somebody's home, I'm single, nobody's interested in me, and I count 20, 30, 40 images of a single man or a single woman or a single statue. If you want romance, you have to focus on duos. 2 people in a space, 2 vases, 2 animals sitting together, 2 candles. So always place things in 2s. Yeah? So not single items or images with single people on it. Remove them. And you will see when you're single, you will be surprised how much of you have that around you. The second thing is, of course, the anchor place for romance is your bedroom. Yeah, your bedroom should be the place, the anchor place of love. It's not for money, as we heard already about this in the previous episode. It is literally about love. So, does it represent love? Yeah. Does it represent what you think is love? What you want to feel about love? So, first of all, are the setup of your bed. What hangs there? What are the colors? Why you feel is the energy is positive or not so positive? So a bedroom is not just to sleep, it's also to find each other as a partner. Because perhaps you have children, there's a lot of business going on in your home, and the place to come together is for most romantic couples, the bedroom. I was recently at a single woman's home, single mom, 4 children. And she's like, Marie, I really want a Valentine. I want somebody that really loves me for me and my 4 children. But I get all these one-night stands and nothing is really happening on a long-term base. So we first looked at the position of the bed. So when you put your bed out, put it against a wall so that you can put a nightstand on both sides. That at both sides somebody can get into the bed. Because for her, her bed was open on her side, but then the bed was against the wall, so that a partner had to literally climb over her or climb from the foot end to get into the bed. Yeah? So make sure there is space left and right of the bed with a nightstand, with 2 lamps, with something beautiful, so that you're literally allowing 2 partners equally connected coming into the bed. Yeah, a very simple thing. The second thing is you also, especially if you feel there's not a partner coming into your life, or you feel there is not such a good communication, make sure your bed is positioned that you have, when you wake up, you see the door. So you wake up, that you're sitting up, you see people coming in. Because then it says you allow love to come in. So if on the same wall as your headboard, you do have a door, left or right, I'm talking not about the door to your bathroom, but the door from the hallway coming in the bedroom. If that door is left or right of you, it literally, you can't see it. When you cannot see a door, literally people cannot come in because it is feeling very uncomfortable. You don't feel great, you don't feel safe. I remember another couple, and they had the bed, as they call it, like wandering in the room. So it's like in the middle of the room, and the door was behind them, but they loved to see the view through the window. But people could walk all around the bed. How do you think their communication was? The communication was all around the room. And they were on the edge of divorce. So I suggested that they would put the headboard against a wall and making sure they could both see the door and there's space left and right next to you. Another way that you have to be careful about is that, you know, when you have your bed in place, perhaps some of you have it against a window because that's the only place where you can have it. That is fine unless you have curtains that allow the light in. You always need to make sure you have curtains that blind the light, both the sunlight and the moonlight. Yeah? So it can be against the window, but make sure the light doesn't come in so you have a good night's sleep and you feel much more emotionally and mentally balanced when you wake up in the morning. The second part is for romance, is what kind of bed do you have? Yeah? If you have a single bed, perhaps that is okay when you are single and you're a teenager. That's okay when you're single and you're like a teenager, right? But when you're growing older, you need to also invite another person to be with you. So get at least a decent sized bed, yeah? So that a partner can be with you in the bed, yeah? Because it shows there is respect and space for the other partner communication-wise, body-wise, mentally and spiritually wise. And then the bed frame. What does that have to do with Feng Shui, Marie? Well, when you have a bed frame, the bed frame that is the headboard, yeah, behind you, make sure it is a full solid headboard. It can be out of wood, can be out of fabric. And sometimes people have slants, yeah. People have like holes in it. Even so, yesterday somebody having mirrors behind them. I mean, that is not good Feng Shui. Yeah? So something solid where both of you can sit against to have a conversation, to perhaps have breakfast together on bed in the morning, to read, to watch television, to cuddle. So make sure you have a strong headboard, better than just a wall. If you just have the wall as a headboard, the communication won't be so strong. And then, of course, what do you hang around you? Yeah. Well, the first place is always to look what hangs above your headboard. When you look at your headboard, what is placed there? I always say, if nothing is there, nothing is happening. But if you put the wrong items there, you attract something else. But at night, you don't attract by looking at it. At night, you attract it connecting in with your crown chakra, the top of your head. So what is above your head is actually affecting you. I was at somebody's home recently, and they had an image of a busy street in Broadway, New York, with all taxis driving over her. How do you think she slept? Of course she didn't, because New York is a town that never sleeps. It's a city that never sleeps. So I asked her to immediately remove that, and just putting 2 hearts there, or the word love. If you have an image that you can place there of a couple you're already in a partnership, take a current picture, not like when you just met each other, right? But something recent, something you're smiling at each other, like you're having fun with each other. Hang that above the headboard, or something that represents love and passion, but never a single person. As you place that there, before you go to bed, you will receive that connection. You're giving a message, and as you're sleeping, that message comes in your mind all the time. The second part is, when you wake up, what do you see across of your bed? Is that representing romance? Now, here in the US, and perhaps in other countries too, what they have, most of them, on the other side of their bed is a television. And so, I don't know what you're watching on your television, right? But it could be late night shows, it can be thrillers, Netflix, you know, all kinds of things you're watching. Does that represent romance? Not really. On top of it, it creates an issue because it has a mirrored reflect. When you have a mirrored reflect, it actually will get an uneasiness in the room and create more stress. And remember this very famous actor. And I come to his bedroom, and he had at the end of his bed, literally out of the foot end, came a very big television. He said, I love putting it up there, watching before I go to sleep, you know, all the latest sports magazines, all the latest sports news. And I said, oh, okay, quite romantic. And I said, how is your love affair going? He said, oh, I am so in love with another famous actress, by the way. I am not able to say who it was at the time. And I'm not able to say who that was, but very famous. And I said, the way it is right now, I think, and I looked at all the rest of your house, there will be a split. Because your house is telling me there is, the law of attraction is all about splitting and conflict. I said, no, you don't get it. We are engaged. And a week later, I saw in the press that she stopped the engagement and went with another, even more famous actor, and got married with him. So he called me and he said, you know, I'm very upset with you, Marie. I'm like, I get it. And he's like, because now, every night before I go to bed, the last woman I think about is you. Because every night I'm thinking, I have to put that television down the foot end because it really hurts my romance. Yeah. So I said, well, you're welcome. These are little stories for you to become aware how mirrors reflect your energy, and the television is part of that. But you can also have mirrors covering the closet doors, and this is something quite common in the United States. Yeah. And so it can be on the side of your bed, it can be in front of you. Now, these mirrors are even stronger than a television mirrored glass because they're very clear. So when you are doubling your couple energy, you're attracting what we call the roving eye. You know, others will start being interested in you or your partner. Now, it's possible your relationship can totally withstand that, but it is sometimes nerve-wracking. But if you're single, you're already telling the universe, I'm already with two. You're doubling your energy. Yeah. So the first thing when I come in with somebody has romantic issues is checking out the bedroom. If there's no mirrors, you need to cover them. You can cover them with paper or with posters or a curtain, or you can put a screen in front of it at night. During the day, I don't care about that, unless you're sick in bed. When you're sick in bed, you always cover it because it creates long-term also less good energy for your health. After you have watched your television series, cover it with a fabric, and you will start, first of all, feeling more connected with each other, better communication. So these are some simple techniques to work on it and to make sure that your bedroom becomes warm and welcoming for romance. But let's go into colors now. Colors are frequencies, and especially in my Diamond Feng Shui school, we work with 24 existing colors that really affect the brain waves and the space of energy in yourself and around you. And there's some colors that specifically work for romance. And there's some colors that you better avoid having in your bedroom. When I say avoid, that means we don't want them as wallpaper, we don't want them as a cover on your bed. Now, they could be there as little pillows or little items, but not like curtains, carpet, cover, or walls. The first one is red. You can say, but Marie, red is the color of love and passion. Yes, but red is the color of fire. When you have too much fire around you, you're actually getting exhausted. It's hard to sustain the fire. I can imagine many firemen will tell you, when it's too much fire, it's really hard for them to be able to bring the earth to a calm and peaceful energy. It's the same for you. When there's too much fire element around you, so that can be hot pinks, that can be reds, can be dark purples, that are just very fiery colors. You will not have such a good time to sleep, and you will start having conflicts with each other because you all the time have heated arguments. There's fire in your conversations. Perhaps there is once in a while some fire on a physical level, but you can do that with other things. Yeah. So avoid major red colors around you. The second one is blue. Blue stands for water. Now, just imagine you saying, well, it's so romantic with water, you know, on the beach, with as a couple walking. Great. But sleeping on water or sleeping close to water is not a safe place. So a lot of times people feel quicker depressed. They feel like they are getting more neutral with each other. They don't feel like they communicate very deeply. Yeah. So blue walls, blue covers, blue curtains, blue carpet, avoid that. Yeah. Also, images of water in your bedroom. So like an image of you and your partner walking on the beach, or a water image above you on the headboard. It creates too much emotions, and people communicate too emotionally and get quicker depressed. Yeah? And have a tendency to be quicker depressed about their relationship. So bring out all these water images, and water images can always be put in a dining room, in a living room, even in an office space, hallways, but not in your bedroom. You can still put some blue items around you, like a blue lamp or something, but not the major decor items. Another color that is not so good for the bedroom is the color green, because green connects in subconsciously with nature. Now you can say, hey, I would love to have nature around me. Yes, but when you have green around you, green wallpaper, green covers, green curtains, green carpet, you actually are imagining yourself to be awake, because you are in the forest, you are in nature. The same with putting jungle wallpaper or a lot of flowers around you. Your brain is like, I don't need to sleep. This is so fun. Let me go out. And so it is harder to stay restful and peaceful in your bedroom when you have all this wooden energy around you. And so I've seen also a lot of people having not just a hard time to sleep, but also feeling safe there. Because just imagine sleeping in the forest at night. Could be nice for a little fling in the forest. To be honest, staying there the whole night, I don't know if you will do that. So that's the feeling of it. Yeah. So what are the best colors then to place in your bedroom? Well, first of all, earth colors, because earth colors connect with the mother energy, the energy of the womb, safety, feeling good, and that are like beiges, browns, tans, yellows, yellow beiges, peach, orange, pink, because it creates this warm feeling all around you. Once you have that, you will start feeling this better communication between the partners, or you will open yourself up to a better relationship for the future. And then you also can do metals like whites and silvers and golds and metals. You can also do metals like whites, silver, golds, grays, but for some people that brings them too much in their mind, to be honest. But you can do a combination. You can do like, let's say, beige walls with a white bed, for example. I remember one of my first times I did Feng Shui, I created my furniture all white. I painted all my old furniture and I put orange around me. And so I felt so great, and I had so many friends coming over and so many friends having fun in my bedroom because I was in that warm field. Yeah. So, but if you're too much in your mind, don't go too much for the metal colors, the white, silver, golds, and grays. For children that are growing up, yes, they need to have that focus, to have a sharp mind. But sometimes it stays in a relationship too much on a conversation level, and it's harder to connect in with the physical body and have physical intimacy. So now you know the colors, and then of course you're going to check out, based on your personal Feng Shui, what is your romance direction in your bedroom. So go to the Mary Diamond app. You have downloaded it already. You have your energy number, and you will see on your energy number you do have the rose that indicates your romance direction or relationship direction. In your bedroom, you stand or sit in the center of your space and see where is romance for you. So let's say for here in this room, if this would be my bedroom, it would be over there. So what would I place there? Well, I would place there, first of all, a picture of my husband and me. Yeah? We're 33 years together. Hey, Feng Shui for romance works, apparently. So I would put that there, yeah? But I also would put some items that connect with that, yeah? For example, we have some beautiful travel experiences that we put pictures of us traveling. That's one of the things we love doing, yeah? So I can place that there. Or it can be some symbols that represents what has happened in our relationship direction, what has happened in our relationship energy, some little memories, yeah, little items. Of course, I focus first on my own direction, but as I am with a partner, that can be another direction. So I will check out, and therefore you need to upgrade to get all the other directions. You need to check and find out other energy numbers and see what is their direction. My husband's is northwest, yeah? So I have a picture of both of us in my west area, because that is my relationship direction. In the northwest, he has a picture of him and me also. And we chose each other's picture, yeah? So to kind of like, we like what we see, yeah? Because it's in our bedroom, okay? But you can also put there a statue of love, like a couple, never single item, yeah? the words love. You can put 2 rose quartz hearts, for example. The Chinese would put 2 mandarin ducks there, yeah, because they stand for long, loyal love. I would never put 2 dolphins there because they change partners quite often. So be careful what you place there. So something that you feel could be a great representation of that. Now it's possible you feel like, I don't even have that, but you have a book that is about love. For example, I love for single men and women to bring in the book Calling in the One from my dear friend Catherine Woodward Thomas, or the 5 languages of love, or anything that represents it. Or you want to get married, make sure there is a beautiful magazine about weddings. Yeah, so you can play with that. It's all about the symbolism that you place in your relationship direction. So activate that in your bedroom for you, first of all, and then also for your partner, if that partner is already in your bedroom. Even if that partner is not there all the time, you want to give that partner a place of unity and knowing that there is place for that partner in your home. And on top of it, I would love for you, as last tip, to make sure your closet space is even. What do I mean by that? Well, sometimes I have people that are single and they're like, I open their closets and there's like no space left. Yeah? How can a partner come in to your life? Let's say your partner comes in tomorrow with a suitcase. What is this person going to do? Throw it on the ground? Yeah? The same with a bathroom. Check if there is space in the bathroom cabinets for the perfume, for the toothbrush, for their little gimmick of skincare. Make sure there's some space, yeah? In America, I love it that there are 2 walk-in closets in big homes because the 2 partners have their own space, yeah? But if you have to share, then you need to really look that both partners have space to putting their things in it, that there is respect for both people's presence. So these are a lot of tips that you can start with, and I'm looking forward to hear you on the next episode. That is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Remember, the law of attraction and Feng Shui are powerful tools for creating a life of abundance, purpose, love, and joy. So use them wisely and always trust in the universe to guide you on your path. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to share more insights and wisdom with you on our next episode. Until then, remember to stay focused, stay positive and loving, and always believe in yourself. The Marie Diamond Show. Shift your energy and transform your life.